Hello everyone, it's been a while. I'm in a new place now, so the room will look a little bit different. And we have a lovely cat room, which my desk is also in, so you have a cat view as well. So hopefully this will be suitable for streams. I know it's a little bit echoey, more echoey than my old place, so hopefully that gets worked out. Anyways, for the holiday season, I decided I'd solve a puzzle by Chris Moore, which you can see on the screen here. But before we get to that, I have an announcement to make. Setter Spotlight 3 is coming in the new year. And the way it's going to work this time is that I've laid out some names in a spreadsheet. A little cat camera for you guys, just in case you don't care about this. So we have a spreadsheet here with a bunch of names, and these are setters which I haven't interviewed yet, but think that they could be a good candidate for an interview eventually. Just some people that are prominent in the community. If I've missed anyone, please feel free to let me know. The idea is that supporters of the channel will be able to vote on who of these many names should be interviewed. And the number of spots, there's no minimum, there's no maximum. It depends on your guys' cooperation. So essentially, 10 votes on any one setter will get them a spot. And any amount of support that you ever given gets you at least one vote. And then if you donate or support or pledge to Patreon throughout the time that this poll is up, then you will also get to vote. And that's about it. I'll put some more details about the thing over here, and you can look at it or in the description. Feel free to ask a question if you're not sure about something, and I'll do my best to answer whatever concerns you have. But essentially, yeah, Setter Spotlight 3 is coming. I hope this is exciting for you as it is for me. I'm glad to be back. Let's get back to the puzzle here. Fortunately, the cat cam is going away. Chris sent me this puzzle as oh, you might like this, but I decided maybe it would be a good one to showcase. Cannon Domino. Kind of a German, maybe German Christmas tree, I'm guessing? I don't know. Gather around the tree. Divide into pentominoes, i.e. 5-cell cages. So divide the green cells into pentominoes. No two pentominoes have the same shape even when rotated or reflected. Digits may not repeat in a pentomino. Okay, pretty standard Sudoku kind of pentomino things, and I'm guessing normal Sudoku rules apply as well. The tree has ornaments, dots of several colors. If a pentomino contains a green dot, it's a Germano. Adjacent pairs of digits inside it differ by at least 5. If it contains a red dot, it is a Ranbinimo. It contains 5 consecutive digits. Black, white, and silver dots show the boundary between two pentominoes. Black dot means their totals differ by 1-to-2 ratio. White dot means their totals differ by 1, and silver dot means their totals are equal. So this is kind of like the planetary rule set Chris Moore had in that other puzzle.
I absolutely love the idea of this one. Beautiful sort of satin with its rings sitting in the middle. It's just gorgeous.
And then digits along a candle, there are candles, but digits along a thermometer increase from the bulb end. So if you want to try this puzzle out, there's a link in the description. And now I'm going to have a go. I guess we can sort of start to build these pentominoes out. So obviously all these going to have to belong to the same pentomino. And then these are divided, so we can get that. And this set of pentominoes, or this set of cells, belongs to one pentomino, and it can't join with that set of cells, otherwise they won't be connected, because that's 5 cells, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but they're not actually connected. So we actually need 5 connected cells. So we know that these two are different pentominoes, which means that this one has to come at least to there, because otherwise it will only have 4 cells. and we know that that's a boundary. So this one can come down as well, and this one can come down as well, because these ones are already not the same. There's a boundary here, so that comes out, which means that this is trapped, meaning it's an X. We can get rid of the inside lines once we have that. This obviously can't join here because that will be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 domino. Octomino, I guess. So this has to come down, and this has to come down, but that means that that's 5 cells, so we can close off this and get rid of our little snake inside. And what else? Well, we know this one either goes there or there. It's 1 down. Obviously, this is already 4 cells. Do this to make it look like we're making progress. Well, these are separate. Okay, maybe we should focus on the fact that we have 5 consecutive digits, which need to be in a 1-to-2 ratio with something. So either these are 2 times something, or the thing that they're with is 2 times it. I should have replayed that planetary one that Chris made so that I could remember the relationships, but okay, so a minimum of 5 cells is 15. Obviously that is not even, so the minimum we could have, I guess we can't have 16 that's doubled, because then you would need to have a cage next to it that's 8, which wouldn't work. So the minimum that a cage could be that's doubled is 30, and the maximum that 5 cells add to is 35. That's 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9. And I guess 15 is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. And we also have the red dot, right? So it's consecutive digits. So if this is a doubled thing, are any of the, because 35 is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which is consecutive, of course. But the next consecutive string you could do is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? Because you couldn't like leave off a 5 and then rotate over to a 1. You can't do like 1, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's wouldn't even help really. That would definitely be below 30. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 9 plus 13 is 22 plus 8 is 30. So that's just barely enough to allow us to have, if I have one automaton here that's half the amount of this, that could work because this could sum to 15. But the weird thing is this cell, because okay, so let's explain that line. Why would I draw that line? Well, the reason why, and that line actually. The reason why we can't have a green and red dot in the same pentomino is because if I have a string of consecutive digits, let's say, well, actually this is even easier than I thought it was. So any string of 5 consecutive digits from the digits 1 to 5 will have a 5 in it. Let's just think about the extremes. We just thought about them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that has a 5 in it. And 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that has a 5 in it. So any shifting over from, if you take out a 1 and you put in a 6 instead, or if you take out a 9 and you put in a 4 instead, that will keep the 5 in there because it's always going to be in there. It can only shift over that much. So these can never be in the same pentomino. So we actually have that. And I guess this can come down as well, which actually does mean this has to come down twice. And that actually means that this is part of that. We can finish off that one. And now we can see that this is connected to this, and this can no longer be 15, because if it is 15, let's think about, well, obviously it has a 5 then, and I didn't even explain why the 5 would be problematic for a phenomena which has a green cell in it. Well, green cells say that they must be germinimos, which means that the adjacent set of digits differ by 5. Well, if I put a 5 on a germinimos, then no digit can go here, because 1 and 9 are the furthest away from 5, and those are only a difference of 4. So we can't have a 5 in a green dot pentagonal. Just do this so that we feel like we're making a bit of progress. We are making a bit of progress, for sure. Anyways, so, and actually, again, we can't have this come down here, because then these would be the same total, and that wouldn't work, because maybe it would work. Woodworking. Trees. Christmas trees. No. So we can no longer have this adding to 30 and this adding to 15, because 15 is too low. We'd only have low digits, because that's the minimum you can make in 5 cells is 15. You'd only have low digits, and you can't have a German Whispers line or a Germinimo. I hate that word. Without a high digit. And of course you can't have a 5, as we just discussed. So this can't be 30. So, and it can't be 30, higher than 30, because those are not going to be consecutive. Because 35 is the highest consecutive, 30 is the next lowest consecutive, and 35 is not an even digit, or not an even total, so then it can't be twice this total. So this has to be half of that. So we're looking at, well, again, this can't be 30, but you can probably make 30 in a different way than 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can't make 35 in a different way, but this is either something to 15, 16, 17, right? 17 is the most, because, yeah. 15, 16, or 17, because 18 would be 36, which is too high. So this is either 15, 16, or 17, and this one sums to 30, 32, or 34. Which means it probably needs 3 high digits and 2 low digits. So if we think about, well, this is a bad example, I guess. This is actually quite interesting. This plus is quite interesting for a Germinimo. How can I not say that word? Well, this is either a 1 or a 9, and these are all the other digits. So if it's a 9, then this is a 1, 2, 3, 4. And if it's a 1, this is a 6, 7, 8, 9. Obviously, I'm not going to put those options in because it's everything but 5, but... oh, that's interesting, because these are consecutive. So we actually know exactly what those totals are. This is either 31, 6, 7, 8, 9, plus 1, or 19, which is... So it's either 31... Ugh. I'll put that in afterwards. 31 or 19 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. So this is either... Well, this has to be 18, 20, 30, or 32. We already know 30 and... Well, 30 is possible with the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But 32 is not possible. This is either 30, if that's... Actually, that's very difficult, because then this would have to be a 4 then, because this would be 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, and this would be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh wait, this could be 4, 5. This could be 4 or 5, sorry, because 6, 7, 8, 9 doesn't include a 5, of course. This is either 4 or 5 in that case, and if this is 19, I don't know off the top of my head, 18 or 20. Well, let's think about... So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, obviously 15. And then if we remove the 1 and we add the 6, then we're adding 5 to 15, because the difference of 6 and 1. That's 20. So we can never do 18, because there's nothing in between 20 and 15. So we can do 20, and we can do 30. I wonder if that's something that I should have known. Okay, so we can do 20 and we can do 30. 20 would be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And again, we'd have 9, 1, 2, 3, 4 here. So this would either be a 5 or a 6. So we know this is 4, 5, or 6. And this doesn't have a 1 or a 9, but it could have any other digit. So, what did we say for this one? This one was either 15, 16, or 17. Oh, but it's consecutive, and there's nothing between 15 and 20. We just said that. So this is 15. So this does sum to 30. But it can't be 4 to 8, because that would mean that we don't know enough low digits. So we somehow need to make 30 using 2 low digits and 3 high digits. Let's think about that. 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 plus 7 is 14. Although 7 couldn't go next to 3 or 4. So you couldn't use 3 and 4, because then you wouldn't have enough high digits that could actually go next to 3 and 4. I'm sort of thinking about this, like if you think about a W pentomino, for example, well maybe it doesn't have to... Well, you still need to put the 7 somewhere. The way that I'm kind of thinking about this is like a W pentomino, where these are the low digits and these are the high digits, so you need 3 high digits to go with 2 low digits, but we could do something like an F, where, well, it's still 2 low digits, 3 high digits, but instead, this low digit is only catering for 1 other digit. So this would be a good scenario for like a 4, 4, 9, 3, 8, 7. Well, not 3, 8, 7, but 2, 8, 7. Let's think about that. 2 and 8 is 10. 17 with another 7, plus 13 with 9. So 17 plus 13, that's exactly 30, right? Yeah, that's exactly 30. So if we don't use a 4, can we get there? Well, no, right? 2, 3, that's 7, 8, 9 plus 2 and 4. That's definitely the maximum, using 2 low digits. So I think we have to do that. But the 4 has to go in a scenario like this, where it's at the end. So what pentominoes have that situation? Well, an F, obviously. F. That's a Y, right? That doesn't have that scenario because these would be the even digits, the low digits, which we'd both have to have 2 high digits next to them, so that wouldn't work. The W doesn't work either, but we can't use a W anyway. We can't make a P, we can't make an L. Maybe it's a V? Can't remember. Is that a V or an L? I think that's an L. Need to brush up on my pentominoes, I guess. I think an F is the only way to do that, right? Unless I'm missing one. It's an N. There's also T, but this can't be a T. I think it has to be an F. And that's the only way the F works, right? Yeah, that's the only way the F will work. So I think that is an F, and it has to be like that. So this has to be a 4, 9, 2, 7, 8. That's how it has to be, right? Pretty sure. That's a 2. A 4 in one of these 3. Oh. What a beautiful little kitty. Wonder if we can just throw that over the rules for a little bit. This could be a 5 still, if this was 1, 2, 3, 4. This now has to sum to 30 because this is gray. So this has to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 because it has to be consecutive. And 4 can't go in any of those places. So the 4 has to go in one of those 3. It can't go there because that would be the same shape as this, which is a U. I was going to say C. So the 4 can't go there either because that's in the column. So the 4 has to go here, and this has to be an S. I forgot about S existing, but it wouldn't have worked for this one anyway, so it doesn't matter. This is not 4, and that is a 4. We could still have 5 and 6 if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, I think. Yeah. Could still do that. How disappointing. Well, we can enclose this now. Now, this definitely belongs to all those. No way we can fit 2 pentominoes in that space. Okay. So what do we have to fit? We have to fit we have a Y now. We need an L, a V, a T, L, a V, a T. I think that's it, right? How many cells? Excuse me. How many cells are left? Well, there's that's 7 plus another 8, looks like. So then 7 plus 8 is 15, so that's 3, yeah, that's 3 different pentominoes, so that will allow us to place those 3 different types. Well, this can't be an L, because that would leave this cell as empty. And this can't be a T, because, well, a T just wouldn't fit at all. So this has to be... Sorry, this is an L or a V? I think that's a V, actually. This has to be an L, which has to do that. Wait a second. This doesn't seem to work, because then this would have to be a V, but then this is... Did I mess something up? Oh, N. We forgot N. We forgot N. Okay, so there's more options than there are cells. So this could be an L, but this would have to be a V then. So the only other option for this is an N, either like that or like that. Oh, there's also P. There's also a P. Okay, so we have a few options here. So it's either an N like that, it's a P like that, or an N like that. Well, either way, any way it does, it takes this cell. Those cells are connected, I guess. What can this do? I guess this could be a P. Could be a T. Oh no, it can't be a T. Could it be a V? What's going to belong to this cell then? None of those options had... Yeah, none of those options took this cell. So it can't be a V. It could be an N. No, but then this cell's again trapped. I think this has to be a P. Pretty sure that's the only way that works. This can't be a T. It can't be an L. T would do that, which intersects with that one. And an L would do that, which intersects with that one again. So this has to be a V. Means that this is going to be an N. Very nice, okay. Sweet. Got all the pentominoes now. All we need to do is take a break from the cat cam. Give it too much, then it doesn't become cute anymore. Just kidding, he's always cute. So... Ooh, this is good, this is good. So this 7-8 is different from this 7-8 because digits can't repeat in pentominoes. But where does this 7-8 go in this box? Well, it goes over here. So then where does it go in this box? Well, it doesn't go there, it doesn't go there, it doesn't go there. So it goes in this pentomino, which means this is a 6, 7, 8, 9, and that is a 1. Excellent. That is not a 6. And this has to be consecutive with this, so it has to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are 2, 3, 5, 4. That's a 3, 5 pair, so that is a 4. And that's a 2. 2 in here. So we know that if there's a 2 in here, there has to be a 3 and a 4 and a 5. So that is a 4 because none of these cells could be a 4. And there also has to be a 3 and a 5. There's a 3 and a 5 up here, so that's a 3, 5. And then the other 3 cells are 2, 3, 5, and either 1 or 6, but there's a 1 in the column. So there is a 6 in here. Means that's not a 6. And that's not a 6. And the other cells in this box are 1, 7, 8, and 9. That's not 1 or 9, so that's a 7, 8 pair, which makes that a 1, 9 pair. That's not a 9 anymore. Where shall we look now? Maybe at this column? Oh, actually, wait. So there's a 6 in here, right? Because these are not 6. None of those are 6. So that's not a 6, and that is a 6. I guess we could have looked at this column instead, which is a 7, 8, and a 3, 5 pair. But I guess this is 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Seem very productive. This is a green one. Oh, this is a green one too. So this is 1, 2, or 3. This is 7, 8, or 9. That can't be a 6 because that would put double 1 in here. Well, triple 1 actually. That actually can't be a 7 because that's next to 3 unique digits, and 7 can only go next to 2 digits from 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 1, 2, 3 actually, because there's double 4 here. That's an 8, 9. So 4 goes up here, so this digit can be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Obviously not 1, 2, or 3, or 4. These are the same, but also with 4. I'm not going to mark 6 candidates. A bit much. Maybe we go back to here, where we can see that this can't be a 5 because otherwise it would be a 5 in a German MO. So the only low option here is 3. 3 has to go with 8 and 9. So if this is a 3, this is a 9 and an 8. And this has to be 1, 1, and 2. Go in this order. Or if this is a 6, 7, 8, well, this can't be a 6 because we can't repeat digits in a German MO. Pentamino in general. And it's a 7, 8. Well, this will be a 1, obviously. This will be a 3, I guess, because well, that can't be a 7 then, because there's a 2 in the row. So this is either 3 or 8. It means this is not a 7. But this is not an 8, sorry. So that's a 7. Kind of cool. That is a 7. These are not 8 either. So there is an 8 in here. Actually, there's a 7 and an 8, which means this is a 9. Surprise, surprise. That's not a 7, 8. This is actually a 4, 5, 6 now. Okay, let's go back here. So if this is 3, so this is 8, 1, 3. These both have to be high. And they have to be able to go next to 3, but they can't be 8. Well, that's just impossible. 8, 3. Yeah, 3 can't go in the middle. That's impossible. Because it would need 3 digits which are high, which are unique, which can go next to 3, but there's only 2 digits, 8 and 9. This can't be a 3, that has to be an 8. That has to be a 5. It's a 7. 2, 1, 9. 1, 5. Whoopsie, sorry. Okay, let's look at row 6. These 2 digits are a 9 and a 4, which is fixed. That's a 9 because of the 4 in the box. That's a 4. That's a 3 because of this 5. The 9 up here. We will look at this column. So we need a 1, Okay, that's a 1, I guess. We need a 3, 6, and 9. It's a little bit less restricted than the 1. But now, actually, this was probably before, but 1 can't go in any of these cells or that cell. 1 is in one of these 2 cells. Oh, it's fixed because there's 1 in the row. Duh. 1 goes in one of these 2 cells. 1 can't go partially along a thermometer. Oh, but also there's a 1 in the row. So there's a 1 in one of these 2 cells, which lines up with these 2. So if I were to put this as a 1, then these would both be 1s. So that has to be a 1. Unfortunately, it does not give us whether this is 7 or 8. That digit has to be 3, 5, or 6 because there's a 4 in the box, and because of its row. Because of this 7, 8 pair. Five up here because of this 5 and this pair. The 7 in one of these 2 because of these 2 7s and this. Progress has sort of been halted here. I guess we can look at these thermometers. So this can't be a 1, 2, 3, or so this can't be a 2, 3, 4, or 5. It's either 1, 6, or it can't be 7 because that's a 9. 7, 8, 9 doesn't work. So if it's 6, that can't be a 7. Oh, so that can't be an 8 because that can't be a 9. That's not even a 6, that's just a 1. Let's see. It's a 1. It's that digit. Can't be a 6 or a 7. Can't be an 8 because it can't have a 9 above it. So it would be a 2, which it can't be because there's a 2 in the box, 3, 4, 5. And this would be an 8, 7, 6, not a 5 because of the row. It can't be it can be a 4, but it can't be a 3 because that can't be a 2. 4, I think 4 would go on there. Anyways, we can look at this one too because obviously these are restricted. So this can't be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is at least a 6. 6, 8, 9. That's all it can be. Because this one can't be a 7. Let's see. That's a 3. These are not 3s. That is now an 8. That's a 9. That's a 9. Can't be 8, and that can't be a 3, so this can't be a 4. Narrowing in, actually we can get that this is a 4, 5, 6 triple, which means that that has to be a 7. Gives a 7 there. Must have all of the 7s now. And these digits, well, these 2 digits have to be, not 9s. 8 and something. Well, place 8 over here, which means that this digit will have to be a 7. These 2 digits have to be 4, 5, and 2. I can see that this is 4 too because of the 5 in the box. This is 2 or 4, but I guess that's fixed by that 2. This has to be a 4 or 5, which again gives us a triple here. Means we can get that this is a 2 or 3, but this 2 again gives us That's a 3, and a 2, and that's a 3. 3 in the corner. This has to be a 6. 6 is the 5 and 6, which doesn't quite resolve the pairs. Or the triples, I suppose. That digit is... that's a 3. There's a 3 in here. These two digits have to be from 2 and 8. Okay. These two digits, I suppose, are 2, 6, 7, 8. Well, 2's in the box, so that is a 2. And then 7 can't go there because of this 7. And this sees a 6 and an 8 from this thermometer, so that's a 7. That's an 8, that's a 6. 9 and 6 go in, which gives us the 8 and the 6, which is the 2 and the 8. This 8 gives us the 7 and the 8 and the 7. That can't be a 6. This is 3, 5, and 8. This can't be an 8, and that can't be an 8 because of that, so that is now 8. This is going to be 5 and 9, which we get from this thermometer again. I love that these two thermometers are symmetric. It really brings the whole aesthetic together. 3 and 5 go in, 4, 6, 5, 3, 6, 5, 4, and then these two will finally be 3 and 2. Check. Uh-oh. Oh no. What did I do wrong? It doesn't give me any conflicts. Oh no! How did I manage that? I must have had that ages ago. Maybe we go back to where I put that 7 in, and then we continue from there. Oh, that was ages ago. Okay, well, we'll continue from here, and we'll just quickly run through this. So these are not 8, because there's an 8 in the box. Oh, wait, no, wait. That's not the same box. Yeah, that's not the same box. Almost made a terrible mistake. Well, those aren't 8 because of these 8s. That is an 8. Gives us a 9 here. That has to be a 7. This 7 gives us a 1. These are not 1s. It's 4, 5, 6 again. Happening here. These aren't 7s. There is a 6 in one of these two, which means there's no 6 there. That's not a 7, that's not a 7, so that is a 7. Right, this can't be a 3, because then these would have to be 8 and 9, and that would repeat the 8 and the 9. So this has to be an 8, which means that this is a 3, 9, 2, 1. I'm very worried that I'm gonna that I did something wrong because of the fact that I got a solution, but it wasn't the right one. Well, it wasn't correct because I had the repeated 7. Two, 3, 6, and 8 down here. Obviously there's no 2 in the box. 1 goes here. That has to be a 1. Has to be a 1 down here. 1 over here. This has to be 4 and 9. But that has a 4 in the box, so that's a 4 and that's a 9. These 3 digits, 3, 6, 9. 6. These digits have to be 5, 6, 9, and one more 3. 5, 6, and 9 come out of there. Okay, let's look at these. So the minimum we can do is that. Oh, this doesn't have to be a 6, it could be a 7. That's probably what I did wrong. This can't be a 7 because this can't have a 9. So we can do 6, 7, 8, 9. So that has to be a 9, that has to be an 8, that has to be a 6 or a 7, not a 6. 6 or a 7. I think that's where I went wrong. I just put 6 in there. So now I'm not as worried because I now know that I did 2 things wrong, which probably led to this being a 7. Well, I didn't do 2 things wrong, I did this wrong, 1 wrong, which led to that. I probably did a lot more than 2 things wrong, now that I think about it. So, what is this? This is 2, 4, and 5. That's obviously going to be a 2 because these can't be 2s. This is 4 or 5, which gives us a 4, 5, 6 triple, which gives us a 1 there. Which means not 7. He's trying to press backspace, but I press 7 instead. 7 is right there on the numpad. Okay, so now this will be 5, 6, or 7? Well, not 5 because there's a 5 in there. But it can't be a 6 because of the 4, 5, 6 triple. So this is a 7. And this is 3, 6, and 8. Well, that is an 8 now. Is this 8? So this has to be a 4, and that's a 6 or 7. Oh, that's a 5, 6 pair, so this is just a 3. Gives us those, which gives us this. See? Three in the corner again. That's a 6 now, which gives us the 7 here, which I assumed was a 6 before. Yeah, okay, so that was my mistake. Yeah. So I think the puzzle was a little bit easier than I gave it credit for. But I did the hard mode, and the hard mode turned out to be wrong. That's a 7 now. Yeah, we had these 7, 8s mixed before. Such a dum-dum. The 8 in this box goes here because of that 8. Is it 2 and a 7? That's a 7 because of that 7. That's a 2. Now we get 5 and 9 over here, so that's a 9. That's a 5 because of this 9. We get 3 and 5 because of this 5. 6 and 3, 4, 6, 5. And finally, for the second time, 3 and 2. Oh. Finally, for the third time, 4 and 5. Whoops. Alright. Well, 45 minutes, not bad with that big mistake. Did the puzzle basically twice. Alright, well, you can find the links to my Patreon and my Ko-Fi in the description. And you can also super like the video, I think. Yeah, that's everything. Thank you so much for all your support, and I hope you guys are looking forward to Setter Spotlight 3 as much as me. And, of course, shout out to Chris Moore, what a great setter. Chris is, his name is definitely on that list that I showed earlier. I'll show that list one more time. We've got some great names like Abed Hawilla. I should mention that I haven't reached out to any of these people, so if they, for whatever reason, don't want to participate or cannot participate, then the votes will be redistributed, because I'm just waiting to contact them. I'm not going to contact 95 people without the necessary need to do so. So I'm just going to wait until one of them gets picked, and then I'll contact them. So if you're wondering whether or not they know, they don't know. Because then I just tell everyone, basically. Because there's almost everyone on this list that I would even remotely contact. That's way too much work. Alright, well, hope everyone has a great day and has a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.